Hello, Pastor Steve Waldron here with New Life Pentecostal Church in Albany, Georgia, with one of my favorite oneness books of all time, Our Roots After the Way Called Heresy by Delroy, Gayle. This is done by the United Kingdom, an apostolic believer in the United Kingdom. It's put out by Bethesda Ministries, and Bethesda's out of Cincinnati, Ohio. The writer himself is from the United Kingdom. Being from the United Kingdom, he gives some wonderful perspective on the apostolic movement in the British Isles. It's got far too much for me to show you today. A view of church history from an apostolic point of view. Let's look at some of the things. Introduction. The Church of Christ to Heresy, the great horse who sits on seven mountains, Matthew 28:19. What does it mean? Where was the apostolic church in the 1st century, 2nd century? The Gospel of John and Logos Christology. The Theodosians, baptism in Jesus' name in the 3rd century. Justin Martyr splits the Godhead in 2. Justin Martyr splits baptism into 3. The sign of the cross and the Trinity. He's got a joke in here. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. The double cross, the Didache, the Apostles' Creed, Easter controversy. That was also known as the Quartodeciman controversy. The 3rd century. Apostolics, Monarchians and Patripassians, Notus and the Notians. Tertullian and Praxeus versus Praxeus and the Praxians. The impassibility of God, Sabellius and the Sabellians. You get the idea. The Anabaptist. And it's got a glossary. I really like that. Just a ton of stuff. It's large print, easy reading. I found a copy of this online today for $20. I think I paid the old $29.95 price back in the day. It's got a real good glossary. And I tell you, one of the valuable things in this book is, and I don't agree with everything in the book, but you get good information. Such as this, the 24 courses of the Aaronic priesthood. He's making a point about oneness, and then he just throws that in. Well, that's kind of a good thing, just to throw in a lot of good information in there. It's very nicely done. It's a larger book. I think this is actually the 3rd edition of this book. Here is the bibliography. He's got an enormous bibliography. Like Marvin Arnold books, Asplin, Badcock, Beasley Murray, Barry, Bass, Blunt, Byrne, Henry Chadwick, Chalfant's book, Chapman, Christensen, Colgrave, Beatty's Ecclesiastical History of English-speaking People. So James D.G. Dunn, Christology in the Making. I mean, just a fantastic bibliography. Isaac Watts, who was oneness, one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Robert Wallace, most apostolics would need, or at least if they're in ministry or leadership, Robert Wallace's Anti-Trinitarian Biography, 3 volumes from 1850. You just need those kind of things. Robert Robinson's Ecclesiastical Researches. He didn't even use his History of Baptism, who was oneness in the 1770s. And has this massive corpus of people being baptized in Jesus' name in the 600s, 700s, and 800s over in Spain. He went to the monasteries themselves and looked it up. So, Vincent Synan, a lot of footnotes. So anyhow, great oneness book. If you don't have it, you may want to get it, add it to your library. Let's defend this truth in Jesus' name.